Yo, what's going on, guys? Frisk here, and we've got a new exciting league called the Captain's League. I'm here with iPumpPlastic, co-creator of the league. What's up, Pump?
Let's go. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. We got the collab here.
Pump says he's done with YouTube. He can't be though. So y'all all need to go watch and follow. Go do that now. Link in the description. 12 owners. What they're gonna do is craft a unique team led by a singular captain whose power rating can go all the way up to 999. The captain will be surrounded by a roster of 24 players whose power levels will be inversely proportional to the captain's strengths. They'll have specific restrictions on the number of abilities that each player can have. We'll talk a little bit more about what that exactly means here later. We'll have a full season across two divisions. Top performers will then advance to the playoffs and then ultimately get into the championship where a winner will be crowned. So it's going to be really interesting to see how people build their rosters and choose what abilities and skills each of those individuals have.
Power Pros in general is just all about like making players, but then now you get to go and use those players in a competitive environment. So I think that's kind of like my favorite part of Power Pros, especially for like the PvP league like this, where you're facing like tons of top players.
Absolutely. I think that's a little bit of my favorite too. So some of the rules for Captain's League and how this is going to work, we're going to go through those. So for roster size, 25 total players. Like we said, one of them is a captain. There's 12 pitchers, 13 hitters. Captains can go all the way up to 999 or can be as low as 450. And we've already seen a couple teams already tip their hands by either posting the rest of team player or even their 999 players.
Honestly, PowerFest is way too easy to make a 999. So I knew right away that you got to drop the 999 for the flex. Some other captain levels are probably more optimal. I think a 650 captain is pretty strong. Just the way that the math had to work out for the team building as far as how powerful the rest of your team could be.
Yeah, I think it's gonna, I only expect probably a few of us to go 999 for the flex. Yeah, so speaking about that captain, he goes by the name Daddy, and he looks like Doe. He's got 90 contact, 99 power, 100 running, 99 arm strength, 99 defense, and 100 air resistance. Gold wrist, gold versus lefties, A base stealing, but you got contact hitter, power hitter, so high speed laser, spray hitter, rocket start, low ball hitter, ace killer, and then whatever you want to call it, Joker. You never know. But yeah, he's looking nasty. Captains cannot be a pitcher, nor can they be two-way. But we both have to go with 400 players. And so when it comes to pitching, our entire staff is going to be 400, no more than 400 stars, which is going to come into big play here because the pitching rest rules is going to be very similar to the Deuce. There might be some interesting strats here because there isn't a particular pitcher that's better than the other. We might see some crazy, like a true relay.
Yeah, I think with the 400 star count plus the rest rules plus having 12 pitchers, I think relays do make the most sense, especially stamina wise. Those count towards your star count, so the lower your stamina, the more room you have on all your other stuff. So if you can survive that one inning with low stamina, get them out of there. It doesn't matter. They can pitch again next game.
Yeah, so let's dig into some of the ability nerfs. So 161 kilometers per hour is going to be the max speed. Traditionally, you can go up to 175 kmh in the game. We've done that with a fastball life. Like, that ain't fun. So that's still going to be challenging, right? Especially if you go up against someone with an original pitch or original fastball. Which there is a rule here where there can only be one pitcher with an original pitch. I think we may see some people try and do maybe a fluke ball type situation or come up with like a unique moving fork ball or something like that. It may be a thing where tried and trusty original fastballs are the majority.
Yeah, I'm honestly torn myself if I'm going to go like original fastball with only fastball type abilities on a pitcher and then just go all in and be like, challenge him every single pitch. You know it's going to be a fastball, just see if you can hit it. Or I just say screw it and I go tried and true unhittable type forkball pitch, or even maybe just like kind of throw a little knuckleball sauce in there, nothing like a good buck knuck.
All right, so for the rest of the abilities, this rule does not apply to the captain. Captain can have as many max out abilities as they want. Only one player can have each of the gold abilities. However, for the blue power hitter though, the blue abilities, 2 players on the team can have that. So if you think about team comps, what you're likely to see is some of the best abilities, like power hitter, contact hitter, defensive craftsman, laser beam, things like that. You're going to see somebody with the gold version, 1 player with the gold, and you're going to see 2 people with the blue.
Yeah, I think the reason we made this rule is because if we didn't make this rule, you would see these abilities on every single player. But the big 3, of course, hitting wise, average hitter, power hitter, spray hitter. Those are kind of the big 3. Intimidator is the other one that's on both pitchers and hitters. That's just disgusting. If we had that on every single pitcher, even though they're low star guys, it's still tough to hit. And then Chance, honestly, like, I'm glad we did the letter grade thing as well too, because I think Chance is super, super strong.
Like Pump says, there's a separation between the physical abilities, which are, you know, things like clutch, versus lefty, base stealing, base running, throwing, etc., versus the special abilities that also there's only a max 2 of. Those are everything to do with the abilities. I think the one thing I like most about this rule is that it is going to force more people to use different abilities maybe than, you know, their intuition, which is just to choose power, contact, spray, defensive craftsman, and laser beam.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if people like just stack a bunch of the powerful abilities on one guy, or kind of spread them out too, just have like one crazy guy. Kind of see how it goes.
All right, now for game rules. So basically everyone gets to choose, kind of like we said, their own team name, their own logo, uniforms, and stadium. No restrictions on stadium. You know, we'll be playing in a season. Top 3 teams in each division will clinch a playoff spot, and they'll be seeded based on record, regardless of division. The next 4 best teams will have a play-in game. This will be a single elimination game, and the winner moves on into the playoffs. And then, unfortunately, the bottom 2 teams in the regular season don't make the play-in and are eliminated. Full playoffs are going to be best of 3. Tiebreakers are record, then head-to-head, then run differential, then runs against, and if it comes down to it, a home run attack battle. I kind of really want to see that happen.
Just to see how it goes. That'd be not funny.
So also, when it comes to pitchers cannot play DH unless they have the secondary position. Everyone will play a 2-game series versus 5 other opponents in their division, and then we'll have 2 interleague matchups. There'll be one of those games is home, 1 game away, so no 3-game series on this one. Is who else is in this league other than us 2? Before we jump into that, I think that as we're doing more and more leagues, we're obviously trying to bring in more people. Pumpy started this with what, 4 people, blossomed to 5 and 6, and then we got up to 8 for the Deuce, and here we are probably with our largest.
Yeah, so of course, growing up, gotta give a big shout out to my OG squad. Senor Splash, Matt Paz, B Farrell, some other Farrells in there too, but I've been playing mainline. But we've been playing Power Pros together since Power Pros 2007. We make players, we do like fantasy draft of all of our created players in the leagues. Always a good time. And kind of got back into mainline, and we've been playing together ever since. We kind of added in Frisk first, Frisk and Moose. We expanded with the Deuce to Compass and Slime, and it's been fun playing with them. But then we had the 8. Like, 8's fine and all, but I feel like 12 or 10 is kind of the best number. We've, of course, me, Frisk, B Farrell, we've all played EPL together. There's been some kind of big fun games in the EPL. I think that playing against other good people is always fun, and it makes the game fun. That we wanted basically to try to add the best players that we could add that are definitely competitive, and then also just they've been kind of good dudes and good to hang out with. So
I think the days of the Switch leagues are over. So if you wanted to play in a league like this, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to at some point get a PlayStation. And yeah, so go get that $700 PlayStation Pro. Who we've got in the Captain's League. So I Pump and myself. Of course, we've also got Senior Splash and Matt Paz. Moose is joining in. B Farrell joining in. We've got Compass, Slimefall, Penguin Pouch, MC Scales, John's Copyright, and then new addition, Mr. Plasma, as Zumikaku has some things going on. But there are some caveats. So, you know, we know Slime. We love Slime. Self-proclaimed doesn't understand this game, even though we know he does. But he has requested team builder support from none other than the GOAT himself, Kangang. So we're going to be seeing Slimefall, not just the worst team, which he usually has, but probably the best one.
The kind of the running joke with Slime that he's good using crappy players. I don't think that's true. I think Slime is good and he uses crappy players. I think when Slime uses ridiculous good players, he is disgusting. So we've seen Charlie Condon in Georgia before. Slime was like an auto home run. We literally had to intentionally walk him. His on-base percentage is like 650 or something because we just walked him every single time. Because if not, it'd be a home run.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I think someone like Moose is going to do pretty well. He basically knows the game, knows the abilities, and I think he's pretty underrated playing wise.
You know, we talked a little bit about it earlier, but I think understanding the abilities is really going to be what sets people apart here. All right, so those are all the rules, details, and participants of the Captains League. And I think you're probably asking yourself, when does this start and how can I follow along?
We're going to start in about 2 weeks from when we're recording this, the week right before the start of October. So we kind of had a little bit of a gap between Power Pro's Summer Koshi and this. So although we're just releasing this video now, they've known for at least a month before the start of the league. So of course, making 25 players does take a lot of time.
Yeah, I have seen a couple people, and I'm going to call them out, like Compass. I've got 5 done plus the captain. So I still do actually have a long ways to go, but I'm getting to a habit of 2 players per night. I think what I'm going to start doing after this video comes out is start publishing basically the creation of those players. You can kind of see how I'm doing it, how I'm building them, and get a sense on who they are. But also, hey, there might be a situation where you can claim one of those players and your name could be on the squad.
And plus the captain, but I've only done hitters so far, so I'm not gonna lie, one way that I've been making players is actually playing mostly PowerFest. So players that have no golds, you can just pretty much do easily on easy. So even playing on the portal, like, no problem to beat the computer on easy with lock on, of course.
For now, we'll be signing off. We got to go make some players so that we're ready to go. So until then, we'll see ya. Peace.
Peace.